Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. I am a full-time reseller and I sell pre-owned clothing on places like eBay and Poshmark, as well as a couple other sites. And today we're going to go over what sold for me this past weekend, which was Saturday, July 15th, and Sunday, which was yesterday, July 16th, 2023. We're also going to go over one sale that I had late Friday after I already shipped my sales out, which was a very small sale, my smallest sale all weekend. And I don't know about you guys, but I am really feeling the summer slowdown. July is typically my slowest month of the entire year, and this month and this year is no different. The important thing to remember though is it's just the season. Q4 is coming before you know it, and Q4 is the busiest time of the year. And it is important to, instead of comparing yourself to last month or 2 months ago, because obviously 2 months ago was a little busier than right now in the dead of summer, compare yourself to last year at this exact time. Have you grown since last year in July, or have your sales decreased? That's how you can really tell if you are progressing. Sometimes it doesn't feel like you are in the moment until you look back and you're like, wow, I really have grown a lot more than I've realized. So anyways, let's get right into it. The first sale we're going to talk about was from Friday, which was July 15th. And that was just this pair of, let me move over just a little bit here. And that was just this pair of H&M denim shorts, new with tags. I don't even remember where I got these. I've had these for so long. I think they were listed for like $10. The buyer sent me a $4 offer and I immediately accepted. I actually plan on here by the end of the month going through all of my inventory and getting rid of stale inventory. I haven't done that in a really, really long time and I need to. And this pair of shorts was going to be something that I would have gotten rid of and donated. So $4, better than nothing. And that's the only sale we're going to talk about Friday, because that's pretty much the only sale I had on Friday. Next, we'll talk about Saturday, July 15th. July 15th. If you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my computer. So the first sale was on Poshmark. This was the only sale on Poshmark on Saturday. Poshmark has been so slow for me. So slow. eBay has really been picking up the slack. And you will see that in these sales here. But the first thing was this Southern Lady vintage crochet 2-button front cardigan. This is super beachy, super Y2K. I knew this would sell quickly. This sold for $23. I literally had it listed for just a few days, and the buyer accepted my $23 offer. And the next thing that sold was this vintage Clay Smith cams. Honestly, I don't even know what this was. I think maybe it was a racing person. I don't know, but I think it may have been local to me because this sold to somebody who lives very close to me. But anyways, it's this vintage t-shirt. The buyer sent me a $14 offer and I accepted. I only paid about $1 for this, but again, I had this for a really long time. The next thing that sold was this J. Crew blouse, size 3X. I love selling J. Crew plus size pieces. I love selling any plus size pieces, but J. Crew especially, definitely love it. So this blouse actually sold a few days before this sale. Actually, about 4 days before this sale. The buyer never paid on eBay, so it automatically got canceled after 4 days because that's how I have it set. And then it sold again. On an offer, I sent the buyer an 18% off offer, which made it $20.34. The buyer accepted. I literally paid $1 for this, and I only had this listed again for about a week or two. So a super quick flip. A lot of these sales from this weekend were really quick flips, which makes me very happy. The next thing was this LL Bean maxi dress. I love selling maxi dresses. Now, when I picked this up, I was actually debating on whether or not to even pick it up because it is a size extra small, which normally I would steer away from, but because it's like an athletic, super stretchy jersey knit material, it's a maxi length, perfect for this time of year. That's why I picked it up. I only picked it up about 2 months ago. I sent the buyer an offer of $18.70 and they accepted. And again, I only had about $2 into this as well. The next thing that sold was this Talbot's dress. This was super cute, floral. It was almost like a shirt dress. It was button up with a collar. And again, the buyer accepted my offer of $25.26. I only paid about $1 or $2 for this as well, and that sold within a couple months. And those are all my sales from Saturday. As you can see, summer slowdown is real. It is a real thing, but it is okay. Try to not let it affect your motivation. The only thing you could do is work through it. We will get through it. Now is a good time to do things that you're not able to do during the busy season, such as go through your inventory, such as change any processes that you might want to change. So yeah, and also another thing you could do to pick up sales is run a sale in your eBay store. I am almost always running a 15% off sale, as well as I accept offers from buyers. I send offers to my likers, to my watchers, and on Poshmark, send out offers. Usually for me, every 2 weeks. I didn't do it this past weekend, so I'll probably do it this next weekend. I will do it this next weekend, about every 2 weeks or sometimes every week, depending on how slow my sales were. I probably should have done it this weekend, but I was really busy anyways, so I really wasn't too concerned about it. So I will send out a 40% offer to all of my likers on everything in my closet, except for things that were listed within the past 7 days, and that will always generate sales, always. I always have over $200 sales days when I do that. And also that tends to generate full price sales as well. So sending offers in your Poshmark closet, in your eBay store will definitely generate sales. So now moving on to Sunday, which was yesterday, July 16th. Yesterday was a really, really good sales day for me. I had a couple high dollar sales yesterday, and it really made the weekend okay. So I don't think I mentioned this, but I had about $450 in sales over the weekend. That was just Poshmark and eBay. I also sell on Mercari. I didn't have any sales on Mercari. I just actually started listing my items there again. I just started listing things on Depop as well. No sales on Depop. I actually haven't had any sales on Depop yet. I started listing there about a week ago. So if you have any experience on Depop, let me know. But yeah, Sunday yesterday was a pretty decent day. So the first sale was this JS Collection beaded dress. This was so cute, so beautiful. This piece was extremely heavy. Like this, I'm excited for whoever got this, and I bet they're going to look amazing in it. But I have had this for a little while now, probably about a year, but I was really excited because it sold for my full asking price of $70. I had $10 into this, and Poshmark took $14. So overall, I had about a $45 profit on that, which is really good. The next thing to sell on Poshmark yesterday was this new with tags, torrid floral cold shoulder blouse. This sold for $25, which was an offer that the buyer sent me. I accepted, and I only paid a couple dollars for this. And this was a really quick sale as well. This sold within about a month. The next thing to sell on Poshmark, again, this is something that I definitely would have gotten rid of when I go through my inventory. I don't even know why I picked this up. Probably because I paid $1 for it. I do remember that, but I wouldn't pick this up now. I don't know why I picked this up, and I don't know why it's still sitting in my inventory. But it's this beautiful giant men's Aztec t-shirt. And it was actually pretty cute. It had just plain on the front with a pocket, and on the back it had a pretty cool Aztec design. But again, I should have never picked this up. The buyer sent me a $7 offer, and I definitely accepted that. Moving on to eBay, those were my only 3 sales on Poshmark yesterday. Moving on to eBay, first thing was this Lily Pulitzer tie sleeve dress. I've had this for a really long time. Like a really long time. I've had this for at least a year now, and I don't know why it took so long to sell. I really don't, but the buyer sent me, oh no, I'm sorry. This actually sold for my full asking price of $23.91. The reason it was listed so low is because I had dropped the price so many times. In my eBay store, every month I will drop the prices on anything that is 90 days or older by 10%. And this is one of those items that just kept getting lowered and lowered and lowered. And finally, it sold this weekend for $23.91. Now, I know I didn't have a lot of money into this, but again, it sat for a long time. It was even linen. So maybe I should have redone this listing, but so moving on, the next thing to sell was this Knox Rose gauzy maxi dress. This sold really quick as well. I only had this for a couple weeks. I sent the buyer a $20 offer plus shipping and they accepted. And I only had about $1 or $2 in this. I can't remember off the top of my head, but super cheap. The next thing was this Fashion Terminal women's Y2K super stretchy rayon lace up front dress. Again, this sold really quickly for my full asking price of $23.81 plus shipping. This next sale was my best sale of the weekend and also my favorite sale of the weekend. It was this beautiful vintage Ralph Lauren blazer with this embroidered crest on the chest here with the logo. It was beaded, embroidered. Like, I really loved it. It had the accent buttons up the top and on the sleeves. I found 2 of these blazers just a couple weeks ago. This one was the black one that sold. The other one is navy blue. And my listing price was around $115. And the buyer sent me an $85 offer and I definitely accepted. I only paid $14 for this blazer and again, only had it listed for about a week or 2. So that is incredible and by far my favorite sale of the month, if I'm being honest. The next thing to sell was this Disney cropped graphic t-shirt. It also had graphics around the sleeves, which I thought was super cute. I was actually going to keep this for myself, but I have a hard time keeping things for myself that I pick up to sell. I don't know why. Even though this only sold for $10, I still had a hard time keeping it. The next thing to sell, which was actually my last sale of the weekend, was this Fossil Keeper coated leather purse. Again, super quick sale. I only had this listed for about a week and it sold for my full asking price of $23.81. So if you notice, I always do 81 at the end of my prices. I don't know why I picked 81. I just picked 81. I used to do 99, but I wanted to do a little bit lower than that. So one day I just chose 81 and I kind of stuck with it. And it's just kind of that psychological thing. You know, it's only a couple cents under $24, but most buyers will see that as $23. So that's why I do that. So anyways, it was overall a pretty slow weekend. It's $450. I really would like to make more than that, but I can't complain. I had a couple high dollar sales. eBay really carried me through this weekend, and that's why it's important. It's really important to cross list your items, in my opinion, because if you don't, like if I was only listing on Poshmark, I would have had about $100 in sales versus the $450. So it really makes a difference, and that's why I started listing things on Mercari again and also branched out to Depop. And you can cross list your items super easily with platforms like Vendoo and List Perfectly. I currently use Vendoo and I really do enjoy it. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Thanks for stopping by. Subscribe if you enjoy reselling content. Give this video a thumbs up and I will see you on my next video.